There's a lot of massage guns out there. How do you know this one's the right one for you? Hey, what's happening, guys? Mike Moo here. This is something that I've been wanting to get for a really long time. I'm getting old. And for those of you guys that get old or know someone that's older than you in their 30s or 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, you have pain. Just trust me on this one. Or if you're an athlete, you have pain, and it doesn't matter whether or not you're just sitting there, you're not doing anything, sooner or later you get some pain somewhere, whether it's muscles or in my case, it's typically the back pain. And you typically only have a few things that you can do to take care of that, right? One of them is medication. Two, you seek some, maybe some medical help or just some rest and relaxation, maybe a good massage. For me, I used to go to the chiropractor. Me and my wife, we have back problems from sitting and working all day long, and actually maybe not getting enough exercise. And when we do, sometimes, you don't stretch it out and you get a little bit of pain or you pull something. Now, the chiropractor that I used to go to is just down the street. It's really good. It's actually more massage than anything. But one of the tools that they've definitely been using on me and my wife is something known as a massage gun. Now, first, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, I signed on to be an influencer for the Taotronics brand of products. So if you use my link, I am able to give you a 20% off discount. And the code, I will put it on the screen and I have a link down below. And the code for that is CKACGCE20. 20. I'll put it in the link itself, so the coupon code is directly integrated in there. So you get 20% off. But when I went, going back to my story, I used to go to the chiropractor and they would use this gun on me in various areas wherever, it hurt. So wherever I asked them to put it, they would use a massage gun. The guy would come out and basically it would just drill directly into the pain spots. Okay. Now you might feel a little bit of pain when you're using it or when someone else is using it on it because it's working. It's what it is it's stimulating the area, just similar to what a massage does. So it worked out pretty well. I've asked the doctor, hey, how much is one of those things? They go, well, you can get it from us. It's about $400. We have a few different models. And at that time, I thought, wow, that's really pricey. I wonder if I should wait a bit and find out. Well, here we are in 2020. I went to CES early this year in January, as it used to happen. It's not going to happen again next year in 2021. But they had a lot of massage guns available being sold over there. Okay, now back to the Taotronics. So this is the first massage gun that I've got to use extensively myself, and I'm very impressed with it. So I'm very happy to recommend this particular gun, not only because it is relatively cheap. Retail, it is $140, but you get 20% off that. So you get $28, $30 basically off of your gun using my coupon code and my link down below. That brings it just over $100. It's well below the $120 price point over here in the United States. And let me tell you a little bit more about this gun. There's a lot of massage guns out there. How do you know this one's the right one for you? Well, I've tried a few of them, obviously, at CES, and they all felt pretty good. The thing was that I couldn't tell a difference between several of the brands that were being sold, even though the price difference seems to vary quite a bit. Now, at $140 retail, this is on the lower end of things. I tried one that was $300. Looked almost precisely the same, just with a few little design differences. The color was a little bit different, but it looked, even the attachments, all right? So this guy comes with 6 different attachments. This one is my favorite one. It's a foam ball right here. This little foam ball, good general big area. This one has a little bit of a cushy head on top of it. I don't use this one as much because I just like this one. This one's to get into really deep points. As you can see, it's basically like when someone uses the thumb against you really quickly. This one has it looks like it has a spring, but it doesn't have a spring. This one's just the masher. I call this a potato masher. And then it also comes with this one right here. This one I call a chopper. Basically, it just chops in this one area. I think this one's great for the shoulder blades, at least for me. And then there's this one. This one, it looks like it might be good on a spine, but actually it's not. So I actually use this in up here, and also on my back, and also my biceps. So anyways, it comes with 6 different attachments. These things just click on, click off. It's held in by friction, so you just pull it in, pull it out. It's very simple. You don't have to screw or unscrew. So that's one of the things that separates this from some of the other ones that I saw, is that it's just really easy to install. You don't really have to do much of anything in order to get in there, and it's held together by these rubber friction O-rings in here. Okay, so back to the thing. They all felt pretty good. There were some differences between some of the more expensive models, and I'm talking about like $300 or $400 models. Some of them are obviously designed specifically more for industrial use. So there were actually a few that were metal. Those are really expensive, and they had less features, interestingly enough, because it's just basically a motor. Others had Bluetooth control for you to go ahead and set some adjustments via Bluetooth. But honestly, when you try to complicate things a little bit too much, it's just, you basically want an on-off button and a speed setting. All right, that's pretty much what you want with these things. And you want a decent battery life, and thankfully today's battery technology, this works really well. So this one, let's see, specifically has 6 rechargeable batteries inside, and each of them hold 2,600 milliamp hours. So there's 6 of them inside this little cylinder, and they last for 4 to 10 hours under a full charge. I just took this traveling on a trip, and this is one of the things that my wife and I decided to bring with us. It just goes to show you, even if you're trying to travel a little bit light for a couple of days, this was one of the things we wanted to bring. And because it really helped us with our back, and with actually just relaxation and sleep. When the nights that we use it, we get better sleep. So 4 to 10 hours, honestly, between the two of us using it a whole week. There's a little gauge down here. There's a master switch down below. You switch that on and off, and then you get a little green ring down here that you can probably barely see in the daylight. And then there's basically 2 different numbers on here. This one is the power, so it goes from 0 to 10, and this is the speed setting. It also goes from nothing to basically off. You press the middle power button, soft power button, all the way up to 10. So you can hear that next to the microphone. It's not too loud. I mean, you can hear it, okay? But someone can have a conversation, they can watch TV while this is being used. So that's actually pretty nice, and it's smooth. It's not like some of the old massage guns and massage hand things used to be. If you've ever known one of those, that's what they did. They vibrated so much and made too much noise that it was really annoying to use. So the controls are really nice and simple. Now, I like that about it. One thing that I definitely don't like about it, and here's a negative, is that these are touch-sensitive buttons. I would really much have preferred like physical dials on here to go ahead and adjust the speed or some sort of buttons, but these are actually touch-sensitive. Now that became a problem because when you're using this yourself, which is not the best way to use it. I mean, there's certain spots. I'll just give myself a little bit of a massage over here in the neck area. There are specific areas when you're using it basically on your back where, for whatever reason, when I'm using it against something and then this touches against maybe some shirt or some clothes, it would speed up. And so I would get from 1 to level 10 really quickly. And you'll know that right away, because when it gets to level 10, it feels like it is just melting through like your limbs and your muscles. It just gets things really quickly. I usually like to use it at level 1. So level 10 is tremendously powerful. It's just too much Too much frequency, too much pounding. It's just too quick. I guess if you need to just get a quick little massage and go level 10 really quickly, and it's very intense. All right, so it goes from 1400 RPMs, 1400 strokes to 3200 strokes a minute. So that really gets really deep tissue. So that's one thing I don't like about it, is that for whatever reason, the touch interface, it always hits the plus inadvertently when I am massaging my back by myself. Obviously, it's not a problem if you have someone else to massage you, which I hope everyone does, because that's the best way to use this, obviously in areas that you can't reach, is to get someone to do it for you. All right, so some other technical stuff. It has 24 watt high torque motor, and it's enough. It is very powerful. I think that if you are, even all the way, if you are a weightlifter, you got massive muscles, maybe you might benefit from something more powerful. But for the average person, like me, I weigh around 165, 170 pounds. I don't have like massive muscles. This is more than enough, powerful enough, even at level 1 for the way I use it. So I think for the average person, this is more than powerful enough. Okay, so this actually has a 12 millimeter reach. And I know that there is a more expensive one that actually reaches like 16. So the stroke length goes even deeper. And that could be good, obviously, if you are a big person. Again, I'm 170 pounds, 5'7", and this is more than enough for me. So if you are someone that's a lot bigger, then maybe paying that extra amount might be worth it to you. All right, so it's got the 6 different massage heads that's included in the package. It comes with this little case and an AC adapter, which you might at most use once a week, because at 10 hours of running this, you have a lot of sessions, because each session that you're supposed to be using this at most should be at 15 minutes. You shouldn't be using this more than 15 minutes at a time. So you'll want to have it cool off before you start using it again for a long session. It's just not really good for your nerves if you have too much vibration for too long of a period of time. So I've been very, very happy with this. One thing about this is that even though, one other concern when I get products like this is, what about the battery? Okay, what do you do when the battery's dead? Well, this actually has this button over here, and I've only taken it off once, but I press the button and I pull this out, and you can get a replacement. You can just get a replacement battery. You can purchase one of these batteries directly from Taotronics. And I do believe, okay, so take a good look at this little massager and then just Google other massage guns. You will see that it's the same thing. It's the same design. Taotronics are the people that are manufacturing these, is my guess, because who else can provide it at a cheaper price than if you get it directly from the manufacturer? Everyone else is just marketing their product, and that's it. So get it at the source. So the batteries you can go ahead and replace. This is a whole separate thing. In fact, if you wanted to charge this separately, you could just, I suppose you can buy another battery. If you were really in a setting where you're constantly using this for a really long period of time, and you are using up the batteries and you just want a hot swap, you can probably get another set of these batteries. It'll probably be all directly from Taotronics, and just charge it separately and stick in another battery in here and use it. But at this price, this is like, if you go to Best Buy and you search for the massage guns, you will see that there is almost an exact one of this for $300. So this is less than half the price, plus 20% off. So you get $80 off of that. That makes this a really tremendous deal. So I think this is good for just about anyone. I think that if it's someone young, probably not so much. But if it's someone that is young and an athlete, like this would have been fantastic when I was running track and field back in the day in high school. You come back and you're just sore all over. If that's you, or if you got to do a whole bunch of manual labor, they will thank you for this. Some other interesting uses of this, besides just massaging your bigger muscle groups, my wife, strangely enough, she likes to use this on her face. And while I don't necessarily recommend it, she gets some circulation. This has a really interesting feeling on your face, and she likes it. I don't know. maybe if you chew a lot, if you chew a lot or you talk a lot or you've been, I don't know, gum chewer or something, I guess this could really just relieve your muscles there. Or maybe if you have, I don't know, just try it out in various places. I'm really surprised by this. One place that this does not work well, obviously, is don't put it directly on your bones. That's the challenge of this. One thing that I found about this is it's difficult for someone, if you're wearing, thick clothing or heavier clothing, it's really a little bit more difficult to figure out where the proper places to place the massage gun will be. So whoever's going to be massaging you needs to know roughly where it is, or you need to provide really good directions in terms of where you want it. I have found that even a long day of just sitting there typing, doing this helps me to help prevent some of the pain that I might get from carpal. And that's if you have a bad mouse or ergonomics, or you've just been sitting, or you're really tensely staring at something. I found that this works pretty well. Usually I use it on my back, on my neck, and my shoulders, sometimes my legs, and also my butt area, because I'm sitting a lot throughout the day, whether it's editing videos or just sitting in front of the computer all day. So I love to use this on my legs as well, even on the base of my feet. I just basically use it pretty much everywhere. So I think this is a really great gift. Even if I wasn't an influencer, I would recommend trying and checking this out. There's like an 18-month warranty, which is ridiculously long for something like this. I'll have some other stats on the screen here, so you can go ahead and see what some of these things are all about. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I wish that they could have done with this is make it a little bit smaller, but I understand the battery lasts forever. And this case is a little bit too big too, so I really only bring just 2 attachments. I usually bring this one right here, and then this chopping one, because it really gets deep inside wherever I need it, right? In my back, really get in that area. So I pretty much only bring these 2, and that's enough for me. All right, that's it for this really long review after using this for a couple of weeks. Again, it is a great deal. Check out my link down below. Use it, get 20% off. And whoever you get this for, I promise you, they will thank you for it. All right, that's it for this video. Give it a like, subscribe for more. Catch you next one.